Hey guys, what's up? I was inspired to make this video after I did a search for some knife videos, checking out what's new on YouTube, and I'd seen a lot of people posting their homemade weapons and videos on homemade weapons and weapons in general. And I can appreciate people collecting stuff like that, and as you see, I do too. Uh, but for the most part, I like to think that it is an entertainment thing. It is a hobby, but not something that people actually carry around. It'd be a shame to think that there really are, 12, 13-year-old kids, carrying around pens with, big deck nails stuck in the end of them, ready to poke a friend, uh, or even an enemy. It's kind of a sad state of affairs, our society is in and stuff like that. But regardless, I don't want anyone to take it personally. Just my opinion. I don't think I like this stuff because of the novelty of it. I don't carry this stuff around. I mean, for the most part, I don't do that because there's so many annoying people that I come across during the course of the day that I'm afraid that I would actually use this stuff on someone and seriously hurt them. That's really the main reason why I don't carry this stuff. The second reason, obviously, because most of them are prohibited and illegal. Um, and again, I'm going to give you guys kind of a disclaimer. I don't do it with my knives because I feel knives are tools, and that's why I carry knives as tools. Um, but obviously, stuff like this is not, you can't pass this off as a hammer. you know, these have one purpose. Most of these tools, weapons, only serve one purpose, and that is as a weapon. So I really don't suggest you actually carry stuff like this on you or use this against other people unless really your your well-being is in danger. But anyway, boring disclaimer aside, let's get on to some of the stuff here. The first thing I'll show you is the stun gun. I got this. I ordered a bunch of knives on eBay auction. There's maybe 2 dozen knives in there, and this was like a extra item in there, as well as this piece here and a couple other pieces. I have these for novelty purposes. I don't carry this stuff, but I do find it interesting. This one here, Muscleman brand. It's 500,000 volts, 500,000 volts. I store these without the batteries, but for the purpose of the video, I put them in. It takes two 9 volts. It's got a pocket clip and a wrist lanyard. How this works: there's an on and off button here. Switch the button on, and then you have a spring-loaded button on the side. Now this thing is loud. The video probably doesn't do that justice, but this thing is screaming loud. Uh, Besides the person screaming while you're using this, you can't mistake this. If you're on the street or something, you hear that noise. I didn't know what it was like beforehand. Before I got this, I knew about stun guns. I never really had any experience with them. But if I ever heard that noise, I would know exactly what's going on. That is no fun. And 500,000 volts is serious business. They say these, are not lethal, but I know, your brain and most of your body works on electrical pulses. So I can't imagine you sticking someone with this and keeping it on would not mess them up. But I don't really know much about it, so I'm not gonna act like I'm an expert or anything. They're obviously new to me. I know how to use them. That's pretty much it. I've never used it on anyone, so I don't really know. Anyway, moving on. This is a pretty cool item. This is a police sap, or slapjack, as they're known. And this one was actually used by, from my little research I did anyway. It's got the PD on here for police department. This was, I believe, a standard issued item way back in the day, the 50s, I think mid-50s. This one here is made by Buchheimer. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's Buchheimer. It's basically leather handle, and it's got a large kind of disc-shaped lead weight in here. It's very heavy. It's got a little like lanyard, leather strap, handle strap, keep it from falling. And basically, you would use this as an impact tool, and it would flex as your back swing. It would flex back, and then obviously as you smack someone the back of the head or something like this, you totally knock them out. That'd be lights out at that point. Sometimes you see stuff like this used in mafia movies. You know, someone get behind them and back them in the back of the neck or back of the head and knock them out, and that's pretty much how they're used. I mean, you know, if you don't know what you're doing, you could definitely kill someone with this. Most of these tools, you know, for the most part, they're non-lethal. But again, if you know what you do, you smack someone in the temple or something with this, you know, or if you don't know what you're doing, you could seriously hurt someone, or you know, or kill them, you know, and it's nothing to mess around with. The next couple items I'm going to show you, I'm not an expert on any of this stuff, so you know, please feel free to correct me if I'm wrong in the names of something. But I don't know the difference really between a Yahara stick or Yawara stick and a Kubotan. I think it has something to do with some of them have a like a piece of string or cord attached to it. I think that is what makes it a Kubotan over a Yawara stick, or I don't really know. Be cool if maybe you guys will leave a comment on that, because I really don't know. I know these were advertised and sold as Kubotans, but I don't really know the history of the item itself. But this item here, and this here, and this is basically just a larger version with the blunt ends, are all those. They're all impact tools for self-defense. These have keychains on it. You can throw it on your keys. It's actually a good item. I mean, I don't know, again, as far as the legality of them, but it's a good item, if you're allowed to carry it, to keep your keys on here. Because it's kind of, you know, you can carry your keys like this, kind of nonchalant, or, you know, or whatever you want to do. You just carry your keys like this. Your keys are exposed in the end. And it's kind of a normal looking thing. You're just carrying your keys, and if someone attacks you on the way to your car or something like that, you already have your thing ready to go. These can be very, very effective if you have basic self-defense knowledge and pressure points and stuff like that. It gives you an advantage in a hand-to-hand combat situation. Obviously, if someone pulls a bat or a gun or a knife, anything like that, this is not gonna help you at all. But again, if you're in hand-to-hand combat, this might give you a slight edge, something like this. This is basically the same thing. This was handmade though, just a steel bar. They had tapped and drilled a hole and tapped these steel balls, screwed them onto here, and then welded them. So they're permanently welded on. Again, same concept, impact weapon. Kind of a heavy item. These other ones are basically made out of aluminum. This is made by Cold Steel. I don't really know the name of this. Most of the stuff I either got as bonus items in trades or extra stuff in eBay auctions. So I don't really know too much about them. But I know Cold Steel makes this same thing, like kind of a pointed. There's two pointed ends as opposed to round ends. And same material as like their Nightshade stuff. Pretty cool item. I wouldn't buy this, but being that it was given to me at some point or accumulated on accident, I don't mind it. It's a pretty cool item to have. This is a Cold Steel dart. Pretty much same deal. It's got the keychain on the end too. Although this would be a little bit more, maybe stand out a little more than something like this on your keys. But only because it has kind of a point. But anyway, moving on. Brass knuckles. I got these at some point. These are very light aluminum. They've been painted OD green. I don't really remember where I got these, but like I said, they're very light. They have the rounded knuckle. The only item in this whole thing that I ever purchased were these. Regular, real brass knuckles. Made out of brass, pretty hefty, squared off knuckles here. Cool item. I never use this, never intend to use it. Something like this can really screw someone up. It's not, like I said, it's no joking matter. This next one kind of makes me laugh. They throw on these little nibs here, which are removable. They unscrew, and because they put that on there, they could sell them as paperweights. I can't imagine actually going to in a professional environment like a lawyer's office or something and actually seeing these hold down a stack of papers. But I guess that's a way to a legality to make them legal. But I'm almost at 10 minutes here, so real quick, I'm just going to talk about these sap gloves. Basically, regular leather glove, and it's got lead buckshot in the knuckles here for impact when you're wearing them. Really give you an edge. I think cops sometimes wear these, different versions of these. But that's basically my stuff. Hope you enjoyed the video, and all comments are welcome. Thank you very much.